4x4s are great, especially the ones this size. There's my Dodge Ram. But when something goes wrong, for example, you can't get your 4x4 to work, you end up with something that's totally undrivable. And the reason is this: rear wheel drive. And rear wheel drive in sand just sinks. Now, I've done what you shouldn't do, which is keep on accelerating in the hope that it was moving backwards. And it was moving backwards really slowly, but it was actually moving downwards faster. So now I've got a slight problem, because I'm quite a long way away from the machinery that's working over there, and the only thing that I've got to get me out of here is my machete. So let's see how long this one takes. Right, I've partially dug out one side with my machete, so I've got one wheel ready to go. See how that goes. So all I've got left now is the other side, which is pretty badly buried. So start working on that one, I guess. It's only about 35 degrees, 90% humidity, mosquitoes and all the rest of it, but hey, that's the fun part of all this. Now, you can see here, I'm digging out under the tyre, the back end of it, so try and trick the car into thinking that it's going downhill, but it's not easy work, and I haven't got the right tools, but this machete is doing a great job. What's not doing such a great job is the camera. Poor guy. As you can see, I'm digging out from under the back of the tyre here using my machete, and it's not the best tool, but it's doing a good job. And the great thing about machete, as you can see, it bends extremely well and doesn't break. But the idea is I'm going to try and make the truck think that it's going downhill. Quite a lot of digging to do yet, but well, I could go and find help from somewhere else, but I like to think that if I was on my own in this situation, which I kind of am, that I could actually get out of it on my own. However, I might end up finding out that I can't get out of it on my own anyway, so, well, we'll see a bit later on. Give it a go. So, the problem is that my four-wheel drive system at the front, one of the gears wasn't engaging properly, one of the cogs, and turns out there was a bearing that had been worn down, so I had to order a new one, but that's coming all the way from the US. And meanwhile, unfortunately, it's a 2x2. Well, it's not a 2x2, it's a 2x4, but unfortunately it's a traction. It's at the back, and there's just no weight at the back of the truck. So because of that, it bounces around like nothing. And in fact, I think a normal car has got more traction and more manoeuvrability in this kind of terrain than this thing does. So it's a bit of a pain in the neck, but there's just not much else I can do at the moment. Now, once I've finished digging out these two tracks on each side, I'll try sticking some branches in it and see if we can get some traction and see if we can get out of it. Find out in a minute, won't we? Right, I've dug the holes under the wheels, and now what I'm doing is getting my branches, which fortunately there are quite a few of, and putting them under the wheels and see if that will help when we start moving. A few more of those, and then we'll give it a go. Right, if this works, then that's great. If it doesn't work, then I'll come back in and raise this piece of film so no one will see that it didn't work. free. I'm free. Almost set the place on fire, but the track's free. There's only one problem now. I've got a little tree behind me and I'm gonna have to drive uphill so as not to run the tree over. Let's figure this one out in a minute.